Hello everybody, welcome to Life in France. Life in France versus life in the UK. I'm Mark, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget, hit that red button so you don't miss any future releases. In today's video, I'm going to talk about running a holiday cottage. Now, my new life in France started in 2006, and I started with an up and running holiday cottage. So I've been up and running now for 15 years. I've done 15 seasons. And every year it's the same. So what I'm going to do today is just go through my schedule of how we get our holiday cottage ready for the start of the season. And I'll also talk about what we're now doing for COVID. So probably about a month before our first guests arrive, I go into the holiday cottage and just make a checklist of any sort of DIY jobs that need doing. Whether there's a little bit of paint work needed to be done, some touching up, just checking all the windows, making sure they're all okay. And I basically just do a little job list of what's needed to be done within the cottage just to get it back up to where it should be, immaculate. Once I've gone in and done any DIY work, I normally try to leave Naomi 2 weeks to do a full spring clean. She'll literally take everything out of the cottage, clean it, put it back in again. So all the cutlery is removed, put in the dishwasher, all the cupboards are cleaned inside, disinfected, and then the cutlery go back in. And all the bed linens re-washed. Even though we wash it at the end of the season, we wash it again for the start of the season, just so it's nice and fresh. I then open the swimming pool, because that takes a few weeks to get ready. Once you take the winter cover off the swimming pool, you tend to run the pump for a week or so before actually putting the heater on and any treatments. You just got to get the pool stabilised before you start adding chemicals and before you start adding heat. And then, particularly with the swimming pool, because in the winter months we get a lot of debris from the trees and surrounding countryside, so I tend to find that the surrounding pool terrace could be quite dirty. So unfortunately every year I have to get my power washer out and I wash all the pool terrace. While Naomi's cleaning the cottage, doing the spring clean there, I tend to work in the garden, and I'm probably at the dump every day with 4 or 5 bags of vegetation. Even though I've created a low maintenance garden, I just fill the bags up with weeds. It's amazing how much comes out of this garden. It's obviously quite a big garden, so you know there is a lot of growth that comes up. But yeah, living in the countryside as well, I guess we get a lot of blown in seeds as well. And you know, I'm just forever picking out weeds. So yeah, it takes about a month to get the cottage ready. So that's doing the DIY, then doing the spring clean, opening the swimming pool and doing the garden. Guys, obviously with the health situation at the moment around the world with COVID, we've actually introduced a few new cleaning practices and things just to make everybody safe. The first thing we did is that we do have 2 holiday cottages. We decided only to rent one, so that guests aren't sharing the swimming pool or the garden with any other guests. So basically we offer now our pool on a private basis for guests staying in our holiday cottage. The other thing we've done is we've reduced the amount of cutlery within the holiday cottage. Basically we just leave 6 cups, 6 knives and forks, 6 plates, 6 saucers, you get the gist, rather than leaving loads of extras. The reason for this is, what we ask our guests to do now is to load the dishwasher up fully when they leave and put it on. We're then left with empty cupboards. And when the cleaning girl comes in, she then disinfects all the cupboards, the dishwasher's then finished and everything goes back in clean. So that's the first thing we've done and changed with our cutlery. We don't leave extra cutlery within the cottage. We've reduced it down so that everything can go in the dishwasher, and we then disinfect all the cupboards and drawers before putting everything back in. The other thing we've done is we always obviously change the bed linen and bed protectors for every change of guests. But what we now do is take all the pillows out of the cottage and all the duvets out. And we put new pillows and new duvets back in the cottage as extra precaution. The other thing I've changed, guys, is the welcoming of the guests. I used to go in the holiday cottage and introduce them to the house and go through all the bits and bobs with regards to the house and also the swimming pool. But because of COVID, I now do that out in the garden. So I've got a little seating area and I just sit down with the guests and run through how the house works, all the equipment within the house, and discuss the swimming pool there, just to make everybody safe. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this short video on how to run a holiday cottage and how to start the holiday cottage for a new season. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, hit that red button so you don't miss any future releases. And thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. See you soon.